Hello everyone, good evening. Today is the third day of my English speaking practice and today is 27th of November 2023. Talking with someone in English. But recently I have taken two steps. One step is making video and putting on YouTube, and second I have been talking to my brother, my cousin brother. I have been practicing English with him every night, and today I will do it. Today is now 8 p.m. and in 8:30 I will start practicing with him. I'm practicing in two ways, by talking myself in front of camera and talking to someone with my cousin brother. So I think if I continue doing it, then within 1 year I will be more fluent and I will not get stuck in the middle of speech, and I will be more comfortable speaking in English. Okay, so today as always I went through newspaper and I tried to find out good news in the newspaper, but today I was as always disappointed. I didn't find any good news. Today I think I'm going to share my childhood memories. I think I will be more comfortable talking about my childhood good memories. I will talk about my bad memories too in the future, but now I think I will talk about good memories. Today I will talk about the first day of my school. I still remember. If you think that how come you remember your first day of your school, you should be so young back then and you shouldn't be remember about the first day of your school. But yeah, I still remember the first day of my school. I don't remember everything, but I have remembered something to share. So, and then I will talk about how I learned riding a bicycle, because it was very interesting story how I learned riding a bicycle, because my story of learning riding a bicycle is not similar to others. It was special. I think it was unique. So first of all I will talk about my childhood memory. So now I will talk about my first day of my school. As far as I can remember, it was early in the morning. My mom took me to a new school, and the school named is Almudina. So that school doesn't exist now, because recently I visited that place and I found there was no school named Almudina. It was in the winter. It was January. I don't know the exact year, but I'm sure it was January. I was wearing a red jacket and red trouser. I still can remember that. My mom took me to that school and she took me to the admission office, and my mom was talking with the teacher, and I was sitting beside my mom, and I was so nervous. What am I gonna face in the class, and how they will react, how the students will react, and I was very nervous. And later the teacher took me to the classroom after my admission, and every student was staring at me, and I was so nervous, and I was really nervous. And I was still nervous at that time, because I was fearing, I was scaring that teacher may ask me that introduce yourself, and I was thinking she would do that, and I was right. She said, please stand up and say something about yourself, and I got so scared. But I said my name, and she asked me, what did you learn in your home? And I couldn't say anything. I was very nervous, and I didn't make any comment. I was quiet because I was nervous, but then she said, please sit down. And at that time I made a friend who was sitting beside me. we started talking, and we became friends. I think I should slow down my speaking speed, and but I try to speak quite fast. That is why I think I get stuck in the middle of the speech. So I will try to slow down my speech, and okay, so let's continue my story. Okay, so I asked him his name, he asked my name, and that is how we became friends. And so it was time for a break, and I didn't bring anything to me. I didn't have any tiffin. That friend I was talking, that fellow classmate I was making friends, he offered me some food, and I accepted, and I ate some food. He shared some food with me. Students were playing, and we both standing, we didn't play. And I think he was quite like me. He was new also. All the students were playing, and we both were just standing and watching the playing. And that's how the tiffin period ended. So then our second half period started, and we had a great time, I think, because I immediately found a friend. So it was easy. And when tiffin ended, when we went inside the classroom, and our second half was ended well. So it's time to go home. So my mother was still there. My mother didn't leave because it was my first day, and there was a facility for all the students that you can have a van, school van. School has a van. That van will take you to your home. So first day, my mom took me to the home, and after that, after the first day, I used to go with a van, school van. So yeah, that's my first day of my school. It was quite ordinary, but I think I should remember, and I should share my first day of my school. I think everyone's first day of their school is quite similar to this. Okay, so my second story, how I learned riding a bicycle. Riding a bicycle was my dream. When I passed my class 5 PSC examination, I asked my father to buy me a bicycle, and he said, okay, I will buy you a bicycle. Then my father bought me a bicycle. I didn't know how to ride a bicycle, so I had to learn with my new bicycle. So every day morning I went outside with my bicycle, and tried to ride bicycle by placing my hand beside a wall. There is a wall in front of our house. I placed my hand and tried to have a balance. So that is the start of my learning of riding a bicycle. My father, he helped me to have a balance. He used to hold my cycle and push me, and he used to teach me, but that teaching I didn't learn from that teaching because I couldn't know how to balance the cycle. So somehow I learned how to balance the cycle. I could, if I somehow could start riding, I can ride, but I didn't know how to stop the cycle. So one day my older uncle was coming forward, and I was riding a bicycle, and we clashed. There was a little accident, but my uncle was very good. He didn't say anything. He was quite okay with that. He didn't say anything. So now I will say exactly how I learned riding a bicycle. What was the turning point? So there was a boy who was a little bit older than me, and he suggested me to sit in the back side of the cycle. Nowadays we don't have the carrier in the cycle. So back then we had a carrier in the bicycle, and that carrier was quite low compared to the front seat. So if I ever going to fall, I could place my leg on the ground. That was my turning point. I started riding bicycle, sitting on the back side of my cycle, and that was quite good advice for me. Okay, so today I think I should end today, and tomorrow I will come with a new story. with a new childhood story or another story, or just I will do my English practice, and that is my goal. If speaking in English, that is my goal, and that doesn't matter which topic I am talking about, which topic I'm picking. That doesn't really matter. What does matter is whether I'm speaking English or not. So yeah, that is all for today. See you tomorrow.